is that during this, what happened over the life of Bitcoin is that banks to lead the race need an efficient, clean way to get in and out. Now, the way that they normally do this is based on a legacy system, right? Is that through stocks and through all these other things, right? Because stocks is easy, right? You can track it, the government's involved, regulations involved, and you can move money in and out of 401ks, retirement plans, and all these other types of plans easier. So so they've been looking for a way to be able to do this. And one of the ways is through an ETF, an exchange traded fund, right? So through an exchange traded fund, they can come up with a basket of investments, a spot for the spot price of Bitcoin. And they can come up with a way to keep these set of investments the same price as Bitcoin. So people can, it may be some Bitcoins in the fund. I don't know what the mixes are going to be, but it's a mix of investments that will match the price of Bitcoin. Then they can sell these investments just like a stock. You can go on Robinhood, you can put in your 401k, whatever, right? And it's a lot easier for people to do that instead of buying real Bitcoins. So this is an easier way for investment groups, bankers, rich people to get in, right? So this is what they've been trying to do, is create this ETF. Now, whoever creates this ETF has a lot of power. So there's 4 or 5 banks that are trying to be the first to create this ETF. Grayscale was one of the first to submit a proposal to the SEC. So the SEC has been fighting it for like 2 or 3 years. It's not good enough. The risk is too high or whatever. So it's been a long fight of the SEC fighting against allowing this. Because once this ETF comes out, Bitcoin is now seen as legitimate, right? And that's what they've been fighting, because they don't want it to be legitimate because it can maybe, go against the US dollar, maybe, a lot of reasons they don't want it to be legitimate. So the SEC has been taking a lot of losses this year with XRP and going against crypto. So they finally gave up and said, look, man, we're not going to fight this anymore. We're not going to appeal the loss. Y'all can go ahead with the ETF. So this tells us that there's like a 95, 96% chance that all ETFs, maybe at least one, will be approved within the next 6 months to a year. And that's going to coincide with the halving. And now that these two things are going to happen at the same time, I'm raising my prediction of where I think crypto is going to be. I think Ethereum is going to be well over 10,000. I think Bitcoin is going to be well over 150. I think it's going to go to 200,000 this Bitcoin cycle. And I'm gonna tell you 2 reasons. That's the first reason. The second reason is news came out this week. And remember, if you guys remember, I used to be one of the ones saying that I really believed that crypto was gonna go above 100,000 last cycle, right? And I need you guys to share it live with 10 of your friends. Put the word share in the comments, because we need some more people in here. So put the word, please. It got 76 likes, but we got 400 people in here. So I need you guys to share the live with 10 of your friends. Put the word shared in the comments. So back to what I was saying is that now you got 2 things that's going to cause the price of Bitcoin to go up: the legitimization of Bitcoin through this ETF approval, and also the halving. So, and another revelation came to light is that FTX, they're going through a court case, one of the biggest scammers in crypto history. During the documents they had to put out for the courts or whatever, it said that they were literally pushing the price of Bitcoin down. So every time Bitcoin spiked up, FTX would go into customer funds and sell off Bitcoin to push it back down. Because exchanges make money not on spikes and declines, they make money on keeping the price steady. So they want the price to stay the same because they make money on fees both ways. So they were literally manipulating the market to keep the price down. And at the time, they were trading like 7 to 10% of the market. So that's enough volume to keep the market down. So now that FTX out of the picture, and anybody else will probably be scared to do that going forward, we got the ETF going forward, and we also got the halving in April of 2024. I think we're going to see one of the biggest booms in Bitcoin we've ever seen, and crypto in general. And we're going to talk about the top cryptos in a few seconds. So I think, I'm still double down. I'm still going to buy those during the next 3 to 4 months. I talked about this on like Monday or Tuesday. On Thursday, I'm sorry. That Bitcoin will be a short-term crash sometime in the next 4 months. And that's when I'm going to do my mirror and riot calls, or maybe it's another one I'm going to talk about later too. I'm going to do those calls right then. As soon as it spikes down, it's going to go down 30-40%. I'm going to do my calls, buy some Bitcoin, and that's going to be my play going forward into 2025, maybe even 26. I'm looking at those January 2026 calls, and I think they're $10. Those are the ones I want. Those are the ones I want. Those are the ones I'm probably going to buy. I'm not giving you financial advice, but those are the ones that I'm strongly looking at because they're very cheap compared to where they should be. And if the price goes back to $80, $90 like it was before, for example, Riot, you're going to make a 20, 30, 40, 50 time return. Now, Jamie just said that Bitcoin's above 27, there will be no black swan event. And I'll tell you why I don't agree with you. If I'm smart enough to figure this stuff out, where Bitcoin's going to 150, 200,000, and I know that the ETF approval and the halving is going to push Bitcoin up, you don't think the rich, the elite, and the banks know that? Don't you think that they don't understand this is their last time they'll be able to manipulate Bitcoin with that ETF? They can't manipulate ETF. It's too much volume in and out, too many eyeballs on it. You can manipulate the Bitcoin market now. They're not gonna waste this chance. They're gonna manipulate this market one more time and push it down 30-40% decline, and it's gonna last a few days. And they're gonna that's when they're gonna buy their Bitcoin, buy their crypto, buy their option plays, all their stock plays. Then they're not gonna waste this no more. They know that this is their last chance. Once the ETF comes out, too many eyeballs on it. They can't manipulate it like they want to. They can manipulate Bitcoin now. They can cause forced liquidations. They can do a lot of stuff that they won't be able to do next year. So they're going to use this as their last chance, and they're going to push Bitcoin down 30, 40, maybe even 50% down into the teens. Then they're going to buy up their stakes, and then they're going to let it go back up in a matter of days. And that's what I'm waiting on, and that's what I'm going to make my play. If it doesn't happen, I'm wrong. I'm still going to buy in January or maybe December. So I'm not saying I'm not doing that, but I'm just saying is that I really strongly believe there's going to be a retraction in Bitcoin up to 40%, maybe 20 to 40%, somewhere in there. I strongly believe it's going to touch the low 20s or maybe even the high teens before the next halving. So I need you guys that got 500 people in there. I need you to like the comment, like the video, and share the live with 10 of your friends. I'm sorry, not share live with 10 of your friends, but subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. So we're going to talk about NVIDIA and AI next. And you got to remember another thing before we talk about this, I want to talk about Bitcoin, is that another metric came out that says that long-term holders of Bitcoin, 76% of people who have Bitcoin now are long-term holders, right? And that's a very positive sign because there's not enough people selling. The supply is low. That's going to push the price up also. So I'm also looking at that. So last thing I want to talk about is we're going to talk about NVIDIA and AI, right? And other AI stocks, right? Because I think NVIDIA, like I said, could go to 1,000. I've been saying this for a while. I don't think NVIDIA's run is over. I think they still got a lot of room to go. They're making a lot of innovations. They are expanding their operations to encompass AI more than they have in the past. And I think that's going to cause their price the value of the company to go up. I've always said in the next 5 years, NVIDIA is going to be one of the world's most valuable companies. It's going to be up there with the top 4 tech companies, and that's Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, and what's the fourth one? I forgot, Google. So it's going to be up there with those 4 within the next 3 to 4 years. NVIDIA will be up there, right? But there's also other companies that are doing well. Like I said, NVIDIA is going to double 10 times from where we talked about it in January. But you still can get maybe 150% return on that. Microsoft, Alphabet, I think are good ones. I think both of those companies are expanding into AI like we've never seen before. And both of those companies are working on chips that will compete with NVIDIA. And also, what's kind of weird is Amazon's also working on a chip that will attempt to compete with NVIDIA. So these are all positive signs. They're both working on No, Microsoft is actually in with ChatGPT, but Google is working on its own chatbot, Bard. So once this is going to be it's going to be a very competitive war coming up over the next few months or next few years in the AI sector. And it's a very exciting time to be alive, actually, man. Like, to be honest, man, I'm a geek, man. I've been a geek all my life. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, right? I don't care what anybody says about me. I've been a geek. I'm into sci-fi. I play StarCraft. I used to play StarCraft. It's dying out now. I play video games. I do all that stuff. I got a gaming chair behind me. But this moment with AI, blockchain, and everything like this. People say, is this what you thought you'd be doing when you grew up? Exactly. I thought I would do two things. I thought I'd play in the NBA, and I thought I would be in tech. And actually, I've surpassed it to what I thought. As far as I'd have been happy just being a software engineer, really, because I love tech so much. And now I'm even deeper into it than I ever thought before. So I've surpassed what I thought I was going to be. So that's people always ask me that, especially kids. So I always tell them, look, man, I surpassed where I thought I was going to be. I thought I'd be just a software engineer at Google or something. This is when I was growing up, this is what I was waiting. I was waiting for AI. I was waiting for these tech opportunities to come out. I was waiting for these advanced technologies that were going to change everything in our world. So, and this is my time right now. Like I've always said, over the next 5 to 10 years, I want to make 10, 15, 20, maybe even 40, $50 million. And I'm laying out my, my roadmap right in front of you. I'm telling you exactly what I'm doing. Exactly what I'm doing. And I'm going to break off because I want to talk about something else for a second. I'm not going to say a lot of details because it's still kind of secret. I'm working on with some major investors right now. Not investors, but sponsors. I want you guys to know what you think about this before we move on to the top cryptos of 2024 that's coming up. I'm working on with some major sponsors. What we're going to do is we're going to have a 2-day event. The first day is going to be the first ever the World Day Trading Championships. We're going to have gigantic screens. We're going to have teams of 4. You can be individual. And you're going to fight all day on who can make the most money in the stock market, starting out with $100,000 each. Right? And we're going to have 3 different rounds. And whoever advances to the last round wins. The last round wins $25,000 or $50,000. But we're going to make it so it's like a stadium event where people are fighting, one-to-one competitions where there's teams going against each other, where we go up to them and ask them, man, what strategy are you using? We're going to have commentators. We're going to have all that stuff. We're going to make it very exciting. The next day, we're going to have panels, panels, keynote speeches, all that stuff. So it's going to be a 2-day event. It's more than likely going to be in New York. It's going to be probably in the next quarter of next year, maybe beginning of the second quarter. So that's what we're playing right now. So I had to cancel the New York event because we have to put all hands on this event that's coming up. So like I said, it's going to be one of the first ones of its kind ever. And you'll be able to learn people's trading strategy. You'll learn what they're looking at. You'll learn how to read charts just by looking at them. And then the second day, we'll actually go over a lot more educational stuff. So the last thing I want to talk about with AI, I know we're supposed to talk about cryptos, but I want to talk a little bit about AI. There's one particular AI company that I've been researching. And I know we talked about IBM, we talked about AMD, we talked about NVIDIA, we've talked about a lot of AI companies. We made a lot of money, C3.ai, we made a lot of money over the first half of this year. But there's one huge opportunity out there right now. You missed NVIDIA, you missed AMD, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you, last time I said this, and remember, I'm not giving you advice, right? I'm not giving you advice. But the last time I said that I was almost sure that a stock was going to go up was NVIDIA. I haven't said that about any other stocks before. Every single stock that I said I was almost positive it was going to go up has went up dramatically over the last 3 years. There's none that I missed. None that I've missed. Not one that I've been absolute positive on. And I got another one I've been researching. And I'm gonna give it to you in a few seconds. This is a hardware company specializing in energy efficient computer servers that is going to be one of the biggest providers of the AI infrastructure where they're going to need to go forward. Remember, there's 3 stages to any technological innovation. One is infrastructure, 2 is middleware, software, and then 3 is the delivering front end to the clients, the server, clients, and the end user. There's going to be 3 development stages. right? The infrastructure, middleware, and then we got the end. So the middleware company is going to be like Amazon AWS. Amazon AWS is building AI as a service where you pay a monthly amount and you don't have to build out the servers. You don't have to build out the middleware. You just pay them every month. They do all that and you get it as a service. So that's where we're at right now with AI. We haven't really got to the front end stuff yet. We're getting there, but we're building it up. I think we're at the beginning of the second phase, right? That means there's still an opportunity for these companies like Amazon AWS, other server companies to make money by providing this until we built that third layer, right? So there's an AI company out there that's very, very well positioned to make a lot of money based in this second phase. And that is based in California. So I want to tell you the company name right now is it's called Super Microcomputer, SMCI. It's doing very well this year, but it's still, if you look at the metrics, you look at the fundamentals, it's still trading at a deep discount. It should be higher now, actually. And I strongly believe you can get like an 80, 90, 100% return on this stock over the next 3 to 6 months. I'm thinking it's going to happen before the end of the year. But if the market's choppy, stuff like that, it may not happen to next year. Because, the end of the year is choppy. People start selling to lock in losses for tax reasons. So it's very difficult to predict stocks in this quarter, right? Because I don't know how the market's going to be. I don't know what's going to happen. But I would say over 6 months, it's almost a guarantee that this stock is going to make you money. Now, I can't tell you what's going to happen, really. I can't tell you what to buy and sell. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. So I'm starting to buy large amounts of this stock, right? It's been pumping all year. It's been doing well. But I still think even with what it's already done, how good it's already done this year, I still think it's discounting. I still think the price is lower than it should be. And I still think there's a great opportunity for this particular company to come into that second phase of AI and still make a lot of money, and which is going to translate into the stock price and translate to profits in your pocket. So I'm looking into it, and I'm going to buy a lot. I've already made a decision. Do whatever you think is best, but I really believe in that stock. So I need you guys to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. I need you guys to like the video. We got 200 likes, but we got 800 people in here. And also, the CNC is wide open. The price for the rest of the year is $67 a month. It's going to be locked into the end. You're locked in forever at that price if you join. We're going to get the price next year. It's going to be $99 a month going forward. So you need to get in there. Go to jointhecnc.com, or you can go on Instagram, DM me the word CNC. I'll send you a link, or you can click the link in my bio on Instagram and you can go to it, or you can just go to jointhecnc.com and you'll see all the information, all the videos, all the testimonials. This is a 5-star community. We provide instruction classes. We give stock picks, signals. You come to all the events for free, including that event next year. You'll come for free. It's like a $200 ticket, but you'll be able to come for free. So it's a lot of benefits. People have made a lot of money by being in the CNC. If you made more than $5,000 being in the CNC, I want you to drop those money bags in the YouTube chat. And also, I need more likes. We got 600 people. We just dropped to 600. We got 250 likes. At least, you may not join the CNC, but at least give me a like. I just gave you the stock play of the next 6 months. And I think I should get a like in return. So the last thing I want to talk about is investing in the AI and blockchain era. Because like I've said for a year and a half now, 2024 will be one of the biggest opportunities in our life. There's so many things that are converging. And I'll tell you one thing is that interest rates are already at their peak. Now, the only thing that will stop the interest rate from going up, from going down, is if the war in Israel escalates and gets worse. Now, if it stays where it's at, we're okay. Now, I feel sorry for the people over there. I hope that war is resolved with as minimal death and destruction as possible. But as long as the war doesn't get any worse, and hopefully it goes away, the interest rates will probably start dropping next year, which is going to cause the economy to get better, which is going to cause the stock market to get better, which is going to cause the real estate market to hopefully get a little better. So these are all things that are positive on our side. We also got the emergence of AI. We got the ETF being approved We got the stock market hopefully going up, and we got the blockchain movement that's going to happen next year. Like I've always said, I've said this twice, second half of 2024, first half of 25 will be the biggest opportunity in your entire life to make an enormous amount of money with two things: a little bit of capital and a lot of learning and a lot of education, a lot of execution. So all you got to do, you still got 6 months, we got 8 months to prepare. You still got 8 months to prepare. And that's going to be one of the biggest opportunities of your life. If you miss it, you're going to look back on it 5 years later and say, what was I thinking? I don't know. I made a big mistake, right? So one of the biggest, what's probably going to happen next year is two things, right? I'm talking about blockchain. The stock market, of course, is going to make us a lot of money. A lot of real estate may or may not. I don't know what's going to happen when they drop those interest rates. But I'm positive that two things will happen in the blockchain sector. One is that DAOs will emerge as the new exotic instrument, like NFTs before and like ICOs before it, that will cause a lot. Cause a lot of people to be excited in the hype cycle. Now, DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization. It's almost like having an LLC on the blockchain in which the members can vote on where the money's going and what's going to happen with the money, right? So we got a question here. So that's going to be the NFTs of 2024-25. So those are where the DAO tokens are where you're going to make a lot of your money. And secondly, is AI on the blockchain. Because AI will still be in a hype cycle, and blockchain will more than definitely be at a hype cycle. Those two peaks are going to emerge sometime at the end of 24, early 25, and a lot of investors are going to, a lot of innovators, a lot of developers, a lot of tech entrepreneurs are going to use those two hype cycles to try to make profit and try to make products and services on the blockchain that could take advantage of both of those technologies. So that's going to be another bigger opportunity. You're going to be able to buy tokens that are cheap, that are AI tokens that are based on the blockchain. And over those next 3 or 4 months after the halving, maybe 6 months, 7 months after the halving, those are going to go up exponentially and be able to make a lot of people a lot of money. So you have to, I don't know what they are. I don't know what they are right now. It's going to emerge in the next quarter. A lot of people say, what are the best cryptos? The best cryptos to me right now are Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Cardano, right? The other ones I don't know, because a lot of these cryptos are going to emerge. Shiba Inu may do well next year, but I don't know. We have to wait to see what happens once the market comes out. It's like playing basketball in a sport. I can't tell you what my strategy is going to be before. I got to get on the court and see how the offense and defense plays, and I'll react to that. That's how I see the crypto market in 2024. I have to react to what's on the floor, and you do too. So I don't know what the layout's going to be. So once it starts, but I do know that there will be tokens that are more than likely based on DAOs and are also based on DAOs and also based on AI that are going to do well. I still have a lot of belief in Wall Street Bets coin. Like I said, we're in a weird time right now. So a lot of these things are not going to happen, and we've been talking about for the next maybe month, maybe even 6 weeks. So like I said, make sure you join the CNC before it's too late. DM me the word CNC, or you can go to jointhecnc.com, or you can just click the link in my bio, and I'll make sure. I'll put it in the chat right here. There it is. So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to ask any questions. I'm going to let you guys go for the night. And also, I need some likes. I mean, we got 700 people, but only 300 likes. I just gave you guys some plays of a lifetime. I can't even get a like. Now, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, Solana is also a good choice. I forgot to say Steven says SMCI is traded at 285.20. If you're trying to invest, let it drop to 27.51. Well, check it out yourself. But yeah, the stock is a good play. Yeah, I mean, that's a good strategy if you want to do it. But I don't like playing with stocks like that. Like I mean, I would buy. I mean, if it was me, I'm not telling you what to do. Buy some now, and if it drops, buy some more, I guess, and average in. But we're gonna talk about it on this in the CNC after this. We're gonna go over the charts, and Rogers will tell you guys what the good buy points are. So I tried to like it 10 times, it won't let me. I appreciate that. All right, well, I'm gonna give you guys 5 more minutes to ask any questions. I'm gonna let you guys go for the night. I appreciate you, Fragrant Body Oils. Yeah, Steven says, you prefer the DCA, I get it. Yeah, I mean, everybody has different strategies, man. It just depends on your lifestyle, your risk tolerance. There's no one strategy that fits all, right? There's no one strategy that fits all. Everybody has to have a different one. Armando, I tried to join the CNC at 67. I had trouble. I believe I'm paying 78. Can you get it for 67? Yeah, just DM me. I'll see what you're talking about. I appreciate you, Kevin. Yeah, it'll replay later on, Robert. All right, I'll let you guys go for the night. I appreciate you. I may jump on Instagram later. So like I said, I hope you guys have a great night.